on how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for.
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear from Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes. Do you think that worked?
Happy Fun Friday, Good Friday. I do believe that worked. My technology is not working. That's a story for another minute. But Bella Verita, happy Fun Friday. Darren Prince, Ammo, Heart of Influence. Here we go, Bella Verita, as we explore the superpower of influence with growth-driven, heart-centered, integrous people committed to mastery. So Bella Verita, please, who's here?
Sean, we definitely have some G hits here for the West Coast Wonders, Heart of Influence with Darren Prince and Ammo Amorosi. And first up, Sean, from Los Angeles, California, founder of a fertility-focused mission, drawing from her personal journey supporting women navigating the path to parenthood, combines coaching, advocacy, community building to offer a holistic approach to fertility and emotional well-being. A powerful voice in reproductive health, has been featured across platforms committed to empowering women with empathy and strength. Let's welcome to the show, Abby Feeder.
Hi. Abby, warm welcome to the Darren and Ammo Heart of Influence on this Fun Friday. And Abby, we kick the show off with a fun fact. It's a proud moment, it's an adventurous moment, a shocking moment, a surprising moment, because Plato, the Greek philosopher, said, play a game with me for an hour, and we, Abby, will learn more about each other than if we speak for a year. So, yeah, fun fact, it's a headline. It's not a story. Bella's got our Chuck Barris Gong Show gong if we go with the headline into a story. So please, Abby, what's your headline fun fact?
My fun fact is that my husband and I met at a gay bar. I mean,
that is wait. So, all right. So, is this like there's gender
moment, right? And a proud
choice
moment.
and there's like flip flopping of gender identity like that, or no?
No, we had a mutual friend visiting in town, and it's Los Angeles, which means it's West Hollywood, which means it's a fun night out, and there we go.
Wow,
well,
that is
rock and roll. Yeah, that's awesome. That is super cool. Super cool fun fact, Abby. Thank you for that. Bella, Abby gets it. That was a tight headline, Abby. Love it. Come on, Bella.
Abby gets it for sure. Next up from Phillipsburg, PA, which I'm not so sure is on the West Coast, but we'll pretend it is for today. Visionary thought leader with a worldwide reach through software innovation, a passionate advocate for tech for good and women's leadership, a rising force in the enterprise software world, has led enterprise teams across multiple continents focus on operations and inclusivity, and expert at building cultures, empowering teams to educate bold strategies with agility and heart. Let's welcome to the show, Brandy Patterson.
Pleasure to be here. Warm welcome. I did not know PA was on the West Coast, but we'll go East Coast, West Coast dynamics. And Brandy, warm welcome to Darren Amo's Heart of Influence. And your fun fact, please.
Okay, my fun fact is my parents and sister did not know that I was going to be a girl until I was born. I surprised them all.
Whoa. That is a beautiful, beautiful, spectacular thing. Welcome to the world and the Heart of Influence. Brandy's in the house, Bella Rita. It's Fun Friday. Come on.
It is a fun Friday for sure. And I just think Brandy's email is fun because it's bpatterson@surferquest.com. I'm so curious what SurferQuest is, but we'll save that for a different day because you and Sean could definitely be hanging out in the SurferQuest circle for sure. But next up, Sean, we are kind of going to the West Coast to Phoenix, Arizona. Accomplished litigator, 15 plus years in employment and business law, including wrongful termination, discrimination, and trade secret cases. Trusted advisor, policy strategist, and helps organizations craft policies and navigate complex work matters. A respected voice in the tribal and border legal communities, shares his expertise through thought leadership, mentorship. Let's welcome to the show, Philip Sanchez.
Hi, everybody.
Philip, warm welcome, Philip, from the great state of Arizona to Amo and Darren, Heart of Influence. And Philip, please, your fun fact.
My fun fact, and I've gone over this a couple of times, but my fun fact is once upon a time, my grandmother, who is now deceased, was saved by a Indian medicine man.
Whoa, that's super. Listen, 8,000 people, Phil, been on the show. That is definitely a top 50 fun fact, and certainly the first time anybody's had a family member saved by Native American medicine man. So warm welcome, Philip. I got an Arizona fun fact coming up. Bella, remind me of that one, please. Come on.
Good.
All right, Arizona fun facts coming up. And next up from San Diego, California, co-founder of Fine Wine Companies with his amazing wife, sourcing from elite biodynamic vineyards around the world to deliver rare, story-rich wines with soul. Known for building lasting partnerships with boutique producers, bringing passion, talent, purpose to every bottle. A former educator turned global wine connoisseur, bridging culture, sustainability, and unforgettable flavor. I want to go hang out with you. Let's welcome to the show, Brendan Quigley.
Thank you.
Brendan, warm welcome to the Darren and Emma Heart of Influence. Thank you on this fun Friday. And please, your fun fact, Brendan.
So despite the maybe West Coast wine guy persona that a lot of people probably think of when they think of a guy who owns a wine company, I'm actually a diehard New York Mets fan, a baseball fanatic.
Whoa.
I watch 162 Mets games a year. And so Mets, let's go Mets.
Let's go Mets.
12-7, Brandon. 102 game win pace right now. We've caught up Pete Alonso, caught Aaron Judge for the RBI leadership. Yeah, we got a lot of good things going. Juan Soto from the Yankees. Let's go get it.
Big year from Big Pete. I know it.
Yep, absolutely. Pete Alonso, Bella Rita. Let's go with that added fun fact, Bella, for where we were in November last year. Hey, come on.
We will add that fun fact. Maybe I'll share that fun fact. And just so you make sure you heard me correctly, Sean, it is Brendan, not Brandon. Just so we're.
Oh, I'm sorry. Me. Yep. Brendan, my apologies. Thank you for
all
that.
Good.
Correction. Bella,
all
Brendan,
good.
warm welcome, brother.
All right, next up, let's go to Los Angeles, California. Senior counsel at AM50 Law Firm, advises on capital markets, M&A, and complex financing for public and private companies with a steady hand and strategic clarity, helping emergent high-growth companies scale with legal precision and confidence. A true partner to founder and board's 15 plus years of elite transactional experience across tech, life sciences, and finance. Let's welcome to the show, Greg Carney.
Craig, warm welcome to the Darren and Emma Heart of Influence. Appreciate your presence. Happy Fun Friday. And please, Craig, your fun fact.
Fun fact is that my great uncle was Art Carney, otherwise known as Ed Norton from the Honeymooners.
No way! That is absolutely outstanding. One of the great buddy teams in history. That is a super cool fun fact. Warm welcome. I'm sorry?
Yes.
I assume you can see the resemblance.
A little bit. I
If
see
could
it.
see, I'm sure.
I'm not so sure the blind man can see the resemblance, but I definitely am seeing the resemblance.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That is awesome. Craig, that's awesome, brother. Fellow Rita, come on.
Let's go. Next up, we are going. I think we're going to stay in that LA area. A founder of a nonprofit dedicated to empowering independent filmmakers through legal support, education, and distribution access. A sought-after speaker has shaped policy conversations around fair use, copyright, artistic freedom across the creative industries. Bridging storytelling and justice helps artists protect their rights while amplifying bold, diverse narratives around the world. Let's welcome to the show, Orly Ravid.
And Bella, that was Orly?
Orly, yep.
Yeah, Orly, warm welcome, brother, and happy Fun Friday, and please, your fun fact.
Thank you so much. Well, although I was born with blue eyes, at 5 they turned to be heterochromatic, meaning I have one green blue and one brown hazel eye, and I've been balancing polarities ever since.
Polarity balancing is in the house, Bella Rita. You know a thing or two about the balancing of polarities.
I know,
Orly,
dear.
warm welcome.
Thank you.
Come on, Bella.
Warm welcome, Orly. And next up from New York, a seasoned entrepreneur with over 25 years, including founding a private equity firm, driving growth for founders, valuing personal connections and recognizing the unique contributions of each individual. Known for his relentless drive, transform industries and empowerment countless businesses to achieve extraordinary success. Let's welcome to his show, James L. Arty.
Mr. Ammo, warm welcome to your show on this Fun Friday. Super grateful to make your presence felt. Ammo, please, your fun fact.
Thanks, Sean and Bella, for that beautiful intro. Philip has inspired me. This is a curveball for my fun fact, Philip. But being that you mentioned the medicine man, I am quarter Comanche Indian. So one quarter Comanche. Yeah. Yep.
Whoa. Ammo, throwing it down. That is a super cool fun fact, my friend. And shall we do, and Ammo might be able to break like a whole bunch of concrete blocks as well. Is that correct, Ammo?
Yeah, especially with my head.
And you know what? It's funny, Ammo, is that's what Bella says when she gets really frustrated with me, that she wants to break concrete blocks with her head to get the stress out that I cause. So maybe you could teach her to do that. How does that sound?
No. Let's get this straight. I want to use your head to break concrete blocks. I don't want to use my head to break concrete blocks. I want to make sure that's clear.
Yeah. I think Ammo knows some people from Jersey that may have done that too. Is that right, Ammo?
Yes. That is a fair assessment.
All right, let's go rock and roll.
I may need those numbers, Ammo, because sometimes, Sean gets a little out of line and he so if you could get those numbers to me just so I have some backup, I'd appreciate it.
They're coming.
They're coming. You better watch out now, Sean.
All right, let's rock and roll. Thanks, Ammo. Come on, Bella.
Next up, from Los Angeles, California, international best-selling author and agent representing icons like Magic Johnson, Hulk Hogan, David Goggins, and the late Muhammad Ali, and Joe Frazier, just to name a few. Negotiating $750 million in marketing deals over 30 years, 16 years sober, a global advocate for addiction recovery, dedicated to giving back, believing in the power of second chances, and improving lives through partnership with treatment centers and mental health initiatives. Let's welcome to the show, Mr. Darren Prince.
The one, the only Mr. Darren Prince. Sir, warm welcome to your show. And please, Darren, on this Fun Friday, what's your fun fact?
Thanks, my brother, for you and your amazing team for having me on again. I'm going to go with something sports related. You know, people hear Muhammad Ali and Magic Johnson, and I think Sean, maybe you and Ammo and the only ones that know this. My favorite athlete of all time, there's not even a second, there's nobody even remotely close, is Mookie Wilson, who I got to believe several people on this call have never even heard of.
Let's go, Mets.
Woo-woo! Mookie Wilson, 1986 Mets. Yes, the Mook making it happen, and of course, many other beautiful
Game
things with the
6.
Mets. That's it. And Darren, thank you. And sir, shall we do the things? It may not, Darren, be quite as exciting as Game 6, but we're going to give it a roll. Sound good?
Okay, sounds good.
Abby's son's name is Mookie, she just said. Is that right?
That's amazing.
Oh,
Yeah, it's his. In fairness,
That
it's
is
his
beautiful.
nickname. His full
Picked
name is
a really
Malachi.
good fun fact.
Yeah, his real name is Malachi, but we lived in the time of LA when Mookie Betts was coming up, and we're like, we have to call him Mookie.
Great.
Amazing. Amazing. Well, thank you for that, Darren. And let's introduce the woman doing the introducing. This woman began her career in influence as an 8-year-old selling crafts on her parents' front lawn. By the age of 19, she put 3 words together that don't go together: teenager network marketing. And are you ready for this? 7 figures, $1 million network marketing business. That's crazy. Then, at 24 years old, she became Nevada's #1 business broker, three-peating like Michael Jordan, except not in hoops. And in this male-dominated industry, she was the first woman ever to be Nevada's #1 business broker and the youngest person, take that man, male or female, ever to be Nevada's #1 business broker. She then began to train Fortune 500 companies and entrepreneurs. In 2019, in fact, every sales team she worked with doubled their sales. Skier, surfer, scuba diver, adventurer in the most extreme of conditions, who in 2020 and also raised $10 million as a philanthropist with the Unblinded team. And in 2023, this woman publicly battled and defeated cancer. Let's welcome to her more than 1,700th episode of The Heart of Influence, the woman that put the heart in it, the one, the only, Bella Verita. Ms. Bella Verita, warm welcome on Fun Friday, and please, your fun fact.
I think, Sean, I will go with the fun fact, since you alluded to it earlier, that in October, it was October last year, right, Sean? I was sitting second row at the Mets playoff game with Dwight Gooden's girlfriend sitting
Excuse me. No. You were sitting front row with Jerry Seinfeld sitting behind us. But go ahead. Thank you.
Jerry Seinfeld sitting behind us, and oh my God, what's his face's
Dwight
girlfriend
Gooden?
sitting? Yes,
Yeah,
Dwight Gooden's girlfriend sitting next to us at the Mets playoff game, and they were when they were playing the Dodgers, right, Sean?
Yes, and
Yes.
we unfortunately did not see a victory, but there was many exciting moments of adventure and positivity. And as we walked down, sat in the front row in front of Mr. Jerry Seinfeld, Dwight Gooden's girlfriend got up and greeted us because we happened to know her and Doc Gooden. So it was a beautiful, fun, and magical moment for sure. Although the outcome wasn't what it was hoped to be, it was still a great season. So, shall we do the things, Miss Bella Verita?
We shall do the things. And before I introduce my co-host, I want to introduce our producer of the show, the deal attorney, having led over 200 capital market transactions in the past 25 years, taking companies public in the 7 different ways to do so. 2 years out of law school, built a $1 million solo practice from her basement as a single mom with 2 young daughters. Proudly serving for over a decade on the board of National Investment and Banking Association, helping companies get connected to thousands of members and funding sources, executive producer of The Heart of Influence, general counsel, and chief ecosystem officer at Callagy Law. Let's welcome to our show, her show, Andrea Catania.
Warm welcome, Andrea. Folks, you will not find a bigger-hearted person who loves people more than Andrea Catania. And Miss Andrea Catania, please, your fun facts.
So my baby girl, Kayla, is about to get engaged to the grandson of Marvin Marks, the main writer for The Honeymooners.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
Was it
I had to go with
set
that
up?
one
Like,
since
was
there was
it-
a Honeymooners theme. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we should have gone, Andrea, with the Honeymooners episode. This is a beautiful fun fact. And Andrea, how many push-ups have you done so far today?
I'm about to do my 7th set, so 610. I'm trying to add 1 or 2 to each 100. But thanks for asking.
Yes. So Andrea Catania rocking it. Let's go do the things. So thank you, Andrea. Bella, come on.
All right, let's do it. Now I'm going to introduce my co-host, the man that Tony Robbins said, there's no one who leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callagy. He beats world champions like Becky at body surfing competitions. He's only one of 2 attorneys to win 2 top 100 national jury verdicts between 2014 and 2016, and the only one that's blind out of 1.2 million attorneys. In fact, the state of New Jersey actually named him one of New Jersey's most influential attorneys. He has spoken on stages such as Disney, T-Mobile, Salesforce, Tony Robbins 18 times. And when he's not busy flying around speaking on stages, he's an incredible philanthropist that raised nearly $10 million in 2 years for charities. Let's welcome to our show my co-host, Mr. Sean Callagy.
Thank you, Bella. Thank you, Darren, Ammo, Andrea. Thank you all for being here on this fun Friday. I'm going to rattle off a couple quick fun facts. First, had the blessing, since we have the beautiful state of Arizona reference today, had the privilege of having had the largest jury verdict in Arizona over about an 8-year period in 2016 before the Honorable Jonathan Campbell in Federal District Court in Arizona. Number 1, we had the Met reference. Number 2, been a diehard Met fan forever. And I will go with this as an additional fun fact. We have created, I mean, everybody's creating AI, right? Like everybody's got something going. We've created an AI that we're going to unveil on the Heart of Influence shortly that is without a doubt the greatest assessor of human influence that the world has ever created. It will dissect human influence into micro distinctions and cross references to create as much as a 100-page report on 3 minutes of influence or a quick 3 sentences on it and anything in between. It is utterly staggering. Having every measurement of micro component of influence categorized in 20 different sections with 7 different computations of influence, and we're going to have it in real-time scoring here with robo-judges like Abraham Lincoln and George Washington shortly. So that is here. Like, that's not someday. We've been using it for the past 4 days. It's crazy. And it's now beginning to innovate and invent its own additional statistical analysis. It's wild. So stay tuned, and that is coming to the Heart of Influence in the next 14 days, max, and maybe even next week. Bella Rita, that is my fun fact. There is nothing like it on the planet Earth. And it is emerging as a human lie detector as well. So all these things coming together. So that's my fun fact, Bella Rita.
That is a super fun fact, Sean, and I can verify it all, and it's going to be quite exciting.
Yes, absolutely. We've unveiled it to several hundred people in the Unblinded ecosystem already. The people are losing their minds. We're not raising capital. We're not taking on investors. But people are already asking if they can invest in the company, and it's crazy. So lots of fun. It's a very different time. So Bella Rita, who's going first?
Let's kick this off with Miss Brandy Peterson.
Okay, so Brandy, this is what we're doing. We've been chatting, having a little fun, a little game show like introductions, but we're dealing with some serious business, leadership, management, marketing, sales, recruitment, fundraising, for profit, and for philanthropy. Everything happens after yes, from what George Washington did to Oprah Winfrey to a Tony Robbins to every leader in history. Everything happens after yes. So Brandy, to illustrate this, Bella's going to be anyone you want her to be. What this isn't, this is not Boiler Room, Wolf of Wall Street, or Shark Tank. None of those things. We're not pitching, hooking, or closing. Yuck. But instead, what does it look like when heart-centered, integrous people come together and a yes should actually happen? Footnote, it doesn't have to be a final yes. It could just be a yes for a longer conversation. Like you bump into the amazing Darren Prince and you're at a ringside fight or WWE match. Like, oh my God, that's Darren Prince. What do I do? What do I say? If you want to create a longer conversation, it's like that or whatever you want it to be. So it could be an ideal client, Brandy. It could be a charitable fundraising partner. It could be somebody extraordinary and famous, like a Darren, Ammo, Hulk Hogan, Oprah, Warren Buffett, whomever you want. That you're going from hello to yes with, Bella's going to be that person. So Brandy, please, who would you like Bella Verita to be?
That is a good question. So I will go to fundraising because while I still work for Global Software Applications and Technology, I am also the recording secretary for Darkness to Hope, and we raise funds and help support
Okay, no,
those
yep,
who-
perfect, Brandy.
Yep.
So it's yep, you can tell Bella all of it. It's going to come in. So Bella's got some cash burning in her pockets. She needs a place to park it. Bella, take us in.
Hello, this is Bella.
Hello, Bella. This is Brandy Patterson. I'm calling from Darkness to Hope. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, Brandy. How about yourself?
I am doing fine. It's a good Friday, good warm weather out.
Oh, that is beautiful, beautiful. Enjoying the day myself.
That's awesome.
What can I
Awesome to
do
hear.
for you?
Well, I have been working on a couple pet projects here, but there's one that is dear and near to my heart. I work with Darkness to Hope, and we work to support those organizations that work with those who have been trafficked. And people don't realize how much trafficking is a problem. I mean, I'm in central Pennsylvania, and it's not Pittsburgh, it's not Philadelphia, it is central Pennsylvania, but it's also close to Interstate 80. And there have been people who have been trafficked in and across Interstate 80. It's not what you would see in the movie Taken. It's not what people would put it in Hollywood. Like it's nothing like that. It could be a family member trafficking a young person. It could be migrants who are being trafficked through work. But think about it this way. If somebody is actually rescued from trafficking, what is it that they need to do next? Because a lot of them, they don't have the financial skills, they don't have a lot of support. So that's where Darkness to Hope comes in. We curate and also educate as to what human trafficking is and the needs that are going to be present as a person is rescued. So we might be able to give them information on financial literacy support that they can get, whether or not they need a house. We are actually working to open a house in central Pennsylvania in order to give those who have been trafficked the support that they need, teach them job skills, get them educated, because a lot of these people are lacking in these fundamental things. So what I am doing is I am out here, I am raising funds, I am raising awareness, and I am here for any questions that you have.
That it sounds like a beautiful mission, Brandy. Thank you for what it is that you're doing in the world. And so, I just have a quick, 30 seconds left. But what is the main thing that you need, and how can I help?
We are looking to raise funds in order to get supplies for the house.
Okay.
So we have QR codes. I've had people who have donated 10, who have donated 500. It's anything that you can do. And what we like to do is we also like to share the stories of how we impact the community, how we help those who need to get education. So basically, it is whatever you can do. You will also get our newsletter so that you can follow events that we do. And also, since we do work with those who influence change and influence policy, you will be getting updates on the changes that are made so that people who don't have a chance can have a chance to be reintegrated.
Oh, Brandy, that is so beautiful. I definitely want to consider contributing to the organization. I'm just going to sit down, see what we can do, and then maybe let's have a conversation next week.
That sounds wonderful. And I thank you so much for your time. And I will also send you an email if I can get your email address, just so you can have my contact information.
Awesome. You can send that to bella.verita@unblindedmastery.com.
Awesome. I will do that. And thank you
Okay.
so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brandy. Wonderful work. Great job. Bella, we'll get to the feedback in a moment for Brandy. Who is following up Brandy? Bella.
Following up Brandy, Sean, is Abby.
Abby, please. Who would you like Bella Rita to be?
Well, since she has deep pockets, I'm going to have her be an investor today.
Bella, you got some for-profit investing going on. Take us in.
Hello, this is Bella.
I'd like to call you Belly. Let's start there. Hi, Bella. It's so lovely to speak with you. It's Abby.
I know. Nice to meet you, Abby. I remember you were calling.
Yes. So you might remember that I'm extremely passionate about the infertility space. You might not know that I went through my own 6-year infertility journey that brought me to my happy ending, which is my twins. I now help other people going through it. So I'm working day in and day out with people who are still going through this. Back when I went through it, 1 in 8 couples were struggling with infertility. Just 6 years later, that number is 1 in 6 worldwide. And in the United States, it's 1 in 5. So this is clearly an epidemic that we're dealing with in this generation. You would not believe some of the incredibly uncomfortable and awkward things people said to me, family, friends, when I was going through it. And also, we put ourselves deeply into debt to go through it. And I was like, I don't care. One day I can make more money, but I might not be able to make more children.
Yeah.
So money is generally the biggest barrier for people to pursue treatment, and the right to a family should be a basic human right. So I would like to create a digital platform that bridges all of these facts together. It is a way for family members and friends and loved ones of those going through infertility to contribute financially to their fertility foundation and fund. And also for people going through infertility to be able to share their story openly without having to deal with the awkward comments and things that people say. So it's kind of a cross between a GoFundMe and a wedding registry. The fertility couple can go in and register for things that maybe their family and friends don't know they want or need, like acupuncture and therapy. And they can also register for straight up money towards their treatment. I want to be able to have like clinics participate where they would pay a membership fee into this, and that way people could contribute directly to that clinic. So if somebody wanted to fund their child's, a mother wanted to fund her daughter's egg retrieval, you could put this money right in through there. So I'm looking to build this digital platform, which is currently called Fertilla Fund. Maybe it'll stay that way, maybe it won't. And I would love for you to be a ground floor investor in my product and my services.
Well, Abby, I think the mission that you have is utterly incredible. So beautiful. And Harsinder, definitely want to contribute for sure. That was an issue that I had and was not able to have children. So would love to support those that are trying. So let's set up something for tomorrow and we'll see what we can do.
Fantastic. Looking forward. Can't wait.
Awesome. Great job. Abby, that was beautiful.
Abby, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Wonderful work, Bella. Wonderful work, Abby. And now, with the great work that, of course, these extraordinary people did, Brandy and Abby, in the participant seat, it's time for feedback. And all we're looking for is 30 seconds of feedback from our feedbackers, 15 seconds what worked, 15 seconds on what could be optimized. Yes, Bella Rita, please. Who's going to give us the feedback?
Yes, so this is 30 seconds of feedback, something that they did great, something that they can do to improve. And then, what's that next step? Is that next step you'd rather go to the dentist?
We're running late. Go, 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 go.
I am going. You'd rather go to the dentist and have a root canal than have a longer conversation. Is it a cup of coffee? Is it a steak dinner at the Capitol Grill, or is it a private jet flying anywhere in the world to have the longest conversation possible? So let's kick it off with Greg. And Greg, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Brandy?
I thought, like both participants, the thing that comes through is their passion. And that is just, that's what makes it hard for me to pick, because I both of them, I hear them speak and I hear how passionate they are and how much both their projects mean to them. And that comes through just so, so strong. And I think that's fantastic. So that's my feedback for Brandy. And that's my feedback for Abby too.
Yeah, Greg, great job, brother. Appreciate the depth of that feedback for sure. And Bella.
Let's go. Orly, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Abby?
Abby, your passion and sincerity was really, really clear. I thought you were very confident and comfortable, and I really liked your presentation a lot. And I also could relate to the struggle, the issues. I think the only thing I would have asked is to sort of explain why we need this platform as opposed to other types of crowdfunding or donation platforms that already exist, especially because it's an investment proposition, right? Someone's going to risk their capital. So why is this service, and like, what's the user base? What's the number of people on the planet that actually might benefit from this service to make it a viable business proposition? But it was a great presentation. Thank you.
Orly, am I hearing you correctly that this is not your first rodeo in giving feedback to somebody's presentation? Fair?
Fair.
Yeah, great job, Orly. Bella Rita, Orly's on it. Come on.
Orly's on it. Next up, we got Brendan. Brendan, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Brandy?
I thought both of them did great. Brandy, if I were to give you one maybe small feedback, I would say a personal story, either about somebody that you know or one of these victims of trafficking. Just because I always feel like personally connecting rather than just thinking of, somebody that you can't really put a name to or a face to. Tell the story, tell a personal story. I always feel like that hits me in the heart. I think both you guys did a great job presenting it, and you tell your passion and your philanthropy and your good hearts.
Thank you.
Yeah. Brendan, I'm hearing 2 thumbs up. Am I hearing you correctly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go, Bella.
Let's go. Next up, let's go, Philip. Philip, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Brandy?
One moment. Brandy, I thought you did great. You are very passionate about your venture. I think it is a fantastic idea. Having been here in Arizona, I do understand a lot about human trafficking. It is a huge problem. And once those people are rescued, it is very important to have them assimilated, into somewhat of a normal life as best we can. I think it's a great venture. I think you brought that out and showed the audience. The only thing I would say is Bella asked the question, how can I help? And you kind of went back on to telling more about the project, as opposed to just getting to the point and saying, hey, this is how you can help. We want you to be an investor, and this is, how much we would like, or, it starts at this, and, we've had as much as this being donated. That would be the only critique.
Philip, what would be that next step?
Sorry?
What would be that next step?
Yep.
The next step. Oh, exactly. So.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You did great.
Bella Rita.
Thank you, Philip. Let's go. Mr. Amorosi, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Brandy, please? Oh, just you're on mute, Ammo. And then I'm coming to you next, Darren.
I got you. I thought Brandy did a really nice job. I liked her tonality. I liked the way she talked about some facts about, trafficking and how relevant it is. I liked how she engaged. She showed a lot of care and genuine authenticity towards it, which I felt. I agree with Brendan about giving an example. Like if you give a person, you know what I mean? It's so tangential to people. They can relate to that. And then always going for the kill. Go for the kill. Look for the money shot. So I think it did a great job, though. It was very, very passionate. I liked it.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Looking for that fire shot. Thank you for that, Ammo. And let's go, Darren. How about your 30 seconds of feedback for Abby?
I thought they both did great. I was, involved the whole way through. I would have contributed or donated my time on both. But, I thought it was great. I Yeah, I kind of understand where I'm coming from too. I would have put an example at the end, but I mean, you took us on the whole ride of how this has impacted people in so many different ways, and you can almost see on Bella how you were ready to do whatever you needed to do to help this. You know, very very authentic and genuine. I thought it was great.
Thank you.
Thank you for that, Darren. And Darren, what would be your next steps?
Well, here's the thing. Being an event guy, Ammo said go for the money at the end. I would have kind of created something to the fact where we can raise awareness to the public event and ask for any sort of thoughts, guidance, connections, resources that you have to help build something out to really, further educate the situation of people that are suffering,
I love your heart, Darren. So beautiful. Thank you for that. And so you guys know, he was like gone for a second. I was like, we could talk about him why he's gone. But Darren Ammo,
I'm
know
here,
that this is the
Ballerina.
time.
I'm here.
We're gonna really cook things up. But as you guys know, this is the time in the show that we get to put our co-host on the hot seat in a scenario that he has no idea about, because Abby, Brandy, they had to come up with scenarios, but I don't make things that easy for Sean. So we get to come up with the scenario. Now, just because we're short on time, Darren Ammo, I came up with one scenario for Sean to go from hello to yes on. We'll see if it suits your fancy or if we've got to come up with another one. But I thought, since we have a honeymooners theme going on today, and we have a couple people looking to raise money, and that Ralphie, he always trying to get Norton to invest in some crazy scheme. So the scheme that I came up with today, because I know none of you gentlemen ever get into trouble. Sean never gets into trouble at all, never has to say I'm sorry. But just in case you do, Ralphie has the greatest idea that he's going to get rich now with I'm Sorry AI. And this is going to be a bot, Mr. Men, that you're one click away from sleeping in your own bed again. And so Sean is going to play Ralphie, going from hello to yes with Norton to make a large investment in I'm Sorry AI to get all men out of the doghouse and into the penthouse. Darren Ammo, is this a scenario that you guys are aligned with, or shall I come up with another one?
I love it.
Yeah, we can have fun with it.
Yeah, that's a good one. Very creative, Bella. Very creative.
Because, Alan and Brandy, they're looking for money. Ralphie's always looking for money. But Sean, Ralphie's got to get the cash this time. Like, he's looking like for $250,000. And this is the thing also. Ralphie may not know it, but there's a thing called sustainable giving. And Ralphie's always having to go to Norton to ask for money. So this time, Sean, he wants to come up with a sustainable giving so that Norton gives for the rest of his life, not just for this one time. So are you ready for this, Sean?
Yeah, so somebody's going to be Norton, correct?
That is correct. So, Ammo, Darren, who shall we have play Norton?
Oh, you mean out of the two of us?
No. From the show. Shall we
Could be
have
anybody?
Brandy play Norton?
Okay.
Yes.
Let's see. You know what? I think we're going to make, in my opinion, I'm going to give two, and then I'm going to let Darren pick two out of that. How's that? Okay, either Orly or Brendan. They're going to be Norton.
Oh, hold on. So Brendan?
Yeah.
Brendan, are you up for playing Norton?
I'll play Norton.
All right. So, Sean, you are Ralph, and you're going from hello to yes with Brendan.
Let the wine guy handle
and
it.
That's it. Thank you, Darren. And thank you, not Darren. Thank you, not Ammo. Thank you, not Bella. This is not nice on Good Friday, so we'll roll with it. And so, what is the charity, Bella? That
it's not a charity.
AI for
it's
profit.
Got it. Mr.
Yep.
Menge.
Yeah, got it. So,
all right, let's go.
Hey, Norton, are you there?
I'm there, Ralphie boy.
Hey, Norton, listen, How you doing? You look really great today. You're looking really great today, Norton. You really are.
Put in,
You've been
Four
working out?
Seasons.
You've been working out or something, Norton?
Ralphie, what are you buttering me up for?
Listen, I know, Norton, that I've made a lot of mistakes over time. There's been a lot of things that I've been wrong about. I just want to tell you how sorry I am. Sometimes I yell at you. Sometimes I put you down. And sometimes I've definitely asked you to borrow money and maybe forgotten to pay you back. And I'm always thinking of a new thing. And I'm sorry, Norton. I'm sorry I've done that to you. I'm sorry I've been not a great friend so many times. I'm really sorry. Would you please accept my apology?
You know what, Ralphie? I'll accept it because we're buddies. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has their moments, and you got a good heart. You got a big heart. You got a big everything, Ralph.
Norton, thank you. Thank you, Norton. I'm really appreciative. I love you very much. I really do. And, it's hard for guys like us in this world to say that you love somebody, but I love you, and I'm sorry, and thank you. And Norton, I was talking to Trixie and Alice, and they were talking about wanting to go on vacations. And I know that we throw them in the car and, we drive out to the woods in Long Island or Jersey, but imagine if we could take them on a plane. Imagine if we could take them somewhere. Norton, let me ask you a question. If you could have all your dreams fulfilled and you could be that husband for Trixie, or maybe just do like with me, you and the guys at the Raccoon Lodge, like what would that be, Norton? Like what are your dreams that you haven't yet achieved? You work so hard in the sewer all day long. What is it that you'd like to be able to have, to build? Like what's on your heart and mind, Norton?
Yeah, I think you hit it right on the head. I'd like to be able to take Alice and Trixie and you and I on the vacations of a lifetime. Take a private jet, fly to Italy, fly to the Bahamas, treat them like the queens that they are. And along the ride, we could be the kings.
Yeah. Well, I hear your heart, and it sounds like such a thing that would be out of reach for guys like us, right? I'm driving a bus. You're working, in the stench of the sewer. But can I just share something? I know we're out of time. I know you got to get back to work, and so do I. But in the last minute we have, can I just share something that maybe it touches your heart, maybe it doesn't? Can I do that, Norton?
Sure.
Yeah. This time, Norton, we've really got something. And what this is guys like, especially like me, maybe you less, but we as guys make mistakes. Not you as much, but most of the rest of us. And it's so hard to find the words to say we're sorry. And these women, we owe them our apologies, but they're kind of tough too, just in a different way. And we can't ever seem to find the right words. So I can't believe this, but what I'd love to show you, if we go down, shoot a game of pool, I'll get some pizza and hot dogs if you're up for it. And I want to show you this thing that gives us the words. Like the Ciro de Bergerac, like that whole story. Remember we were talking about that at the Raccoon Lodge, making fun of the guy that was making the nice words for the women, but they really like that stuff. And if we could ever have this, every guy will want to buy this. It gives you the words, Norton. It's crazy to say you're sorry and even to ask them to go out and to do something. So all I'm asking for, Norton, is can I buy you some pizza, some hot dogs, and can we go down and shoot some pool at the lodge and have a conversation about the last time ever that we'll need to have a conversation about money and how we can take Trixie and Alice. I know this is true, Norton. I got a couple of guys for you to talk to that it isn't just crazy Ralphie boy here saying it. These guys know what they're doing. And Norton, we're going to become millionaires. And I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking, just believe me. I'm just asking you, can you listen one more time? And the worst you got to lose is you get some pizza, some hot dogs, and we go shoot some pool. So Norton,
you got a deal, Ralph.
Let's go. Let's go get it. So thank you. And we'll set up for later. I know you got to get back to the sewer. I got to get back to the bus. Norton, you're a great friend, and we'll see you soon.
You got it, Ralphie boy.
Well, you did a great job playing Norton. Really.
I don't look like him though.
all
The other
day
guy,
giving-
the other guy was a bit of a dead ringer.
Yeah, but how'd I do as Ralphie boy, and how was your time on the Heart of Influence?
It was great. It was great. You did a good job. I feel like that pitch works. You know, you weren't too specific. You kind of led me to a nice meeting where then, you know, you gradually will work me into the investment or whatever it is that you need to get the AI for apologies.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Ralph could definitely, guys like Ralph will probably use that every day.
Yeah. And how was your time overall on the Heart of Influence?
Mine was great. It was fun.
Awesome. Well, appreciate that. And let's bounce over to Abby, kicking us off in the participant seat. Never an easy place to be, Abby. Really heart-centered, masterful work. And how was your time, Abby, on Darren and Amo's Heart of Influence today?
I loved it. I'm sad it's at the end.
Well, thank you. Did a wonderful, wonderful job. And kicking over to Orly, really appreciated the precision of your feedback, the depth of it, the mastery of it, Orly. Thanks for that. And how was your time, Orly, today on Darren and Amo's Heart of Influence?
I thought it was fabulous. I really appreciate the experience. Thank you so much.
Awesome. And Bella Vreda?
Well, let's go to the guy that kicked us off in the judging seat and brought Norton to life on the show. Greg, how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence?
I enjoyed it. You know, it was just too short. You know, unfortunately. I know we're all busy, but I feel like we could all benefit from you know, slightly expanded experience.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Greg. And there's definitely more to do. Bella Vreda?
For sure. Next up to the man that grandmother was healed by the medicine man. Philip, how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence?
It was great. I had so much fun. It was a pleasure meeting all of you. I've left my email. If you ever want to get in contact, I'm here. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, we're going to check
Very much
everybody up,
appreciated.
Philip, for sure. Appreciate you, brother. Bella Vreda?
And last but not least, also sitting in that participant seat, surprised everybody being a girl. Brandy, how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence?
It was pretty awesome. I'm gonna say that I am determined even more so now. You lit a fire.
Fire is lit.
Fire is lit.
Go Brandy.
Thank you.
Beautiful cause. I've had the blessing and privilege of being meaningfully involved in the work. So thank you for that. And Bella Vreda, let's go to these rock stars. Mr. James Amo Amorosi, your Heart of Influence, brother. Thank you for everything that you are in the world. Just a growth-driven, heart-centered, integrous leader committed to mastery in so many different ways. Amo, your final on your show today.
I thought today was a great show. Lot of curveballs here. I didn't know we were going to have Ed Norton on the show. I mean, I'm looking at you, Greg, and it's amazing how the resemblance. And I'd be remiss to say that I was certainly going to obviously choose you to be Ed Norton, but I couldn't hear you well, so I was afraid I wasn't going to hear you. But you definitely, I mean, it's incredible. But great show. I mean, from Brandy doing really great job. Abby, I thought you framed your presentation really well with your personal, experience. Orly, incredible feedback. Obviously, Sean caught that immediately. We're going to definitely have you on to critique, some more people. You did a phenomenal job. Philip, great job. I felt you on a very deep level. Brendan, I want to get my ass over there. I don't drink often, but I feel like drinking today. You know what I mean? Just watching this.
I want to join you.
Very rarely I ever drink. Bella, rock and roll star as usual. I mean, the questions you come up with, I tell her every week, you gotta eat mushrooms to come up with these questions. You know what I mean? So, and my so I don't know, Darren, my co-host, whatever. Awesome job. Andrea, phenomenal as always, man. Andrea, I don't know how she does what she does. I tell her that every day I talk to her. Like, Andrea, I don't know how you do it. And then, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Sean Callaghy. It just amazed me every week at your ability to see things in the moment and come up with magical color, my friend. Incredible.
Love it. Appreciate you, brother. And it's all available, all right here, as we all know, in our unique silos of mastery. And you have so many, Ammo. So thank you, brother. And the one and only honor and privilege, as always. This dude is with the most influential humans on the planet. Darren Prince, your final.
Thanks again, my brother Sean and Bella and Andrea. Just an incredible group of people. I think sort of I said, Ammo said, Brandon and Abby are so genuine, so heartfelt, both missions and organizations and what you're trying to accomplish and get through. And even though I'm coming up on 17 years sober, love that you got a big time wine guy on here from San Diego, where my original favorite football team is from, the San Diego Chargers, and are now in LA. And I just love the people of impact, the way you guys put these together. I mean, kind of what Ammo said again, I mean, what Andrea does behind the scenes, and when it's showtime with Bella and you, Sean, you guys are just flawless. I mean, just a wonderful job as always, getting just such a great group of people together. So thank you.
Well, thank you, brother. Dan Fouts, Kellen Winslow, Wally Joyner, and company.
Chuck Muncie, don't forget Chuck Muncie, Wes Chandler.
Amen, brother. And when my Jets were terrible and knocked out of the running like halfway through the season, I became a Charger fan. As always, that was like my team after my Jets were getting pounded on. So thank you for bringing that back, Darren. And for everybody, apologies for not being on video. In the woods in Canada, a long, complicated story. So I definitely had some technology breakdowns. So thank you for bearing with me on this critically important session with Darren and Ammo. And Bella Rita, please, wonderful job as always, carrying the day. Thank you for picking me up as I'm not on video today in your final.
My final is it really truly is an honor and a privilege to do this show every day and to do it with such incredible, wonderful people like yourselves and to serve. And so definitely, don't just let this be another Zoom call you were on. Definitely connect with each other. Absolutely connect with Darren and Ammo. And we have ways for you to stay connected as well. There's some links in the chat. Absolutely check those out. And thank you all for being here. And Sean, back to you.
Yep. So influence is what causes everything in the world. So many people talk about it, but the science, it's just missing and absent from our world. That's the passion of my life. But not just influence with heart and integrity. And we are on the cutting edge of everything on the planet. It's been the study of my life for the last 28 years. And all of its vertical applications, from the courtroom to legal business growth, non-professional practice growth. This is the space. So if you want to stay connected, we'll have some follow-ups. Definitely, as Bella said, talk to Ammo and follow up, and he's going to make all the things happen. Love and appreciate you. And we end every show by saying this. If you're observing, happy Easter to you. Happy Passover as it has passed. All the beautiful things. And I may be physically blind, which I am, but I'm absolutely certain as to the possibilities for acceleration. Those possibilities sit right in front of all of us, right in front of our eyes. But at some level, Bella, we are all blind.
And just learning to see. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, all.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend.